Every time the woman had a nightmare, she would go out and beat the man kneeling on the ground. The man who was nearly beaten to death suddenly pulled out a kitten, begging her for mercy. Then he passed out from exhaustion. The reason she treated him this way was because she had been reborn. In her previous life, she was mercilessly tortured by this man. Her brother had planned to rescue her, but Yingying knew after waking up, there was no way they could escape. To avoid dragging her brother down with her, she urged him to leave immediately. But while they were arguing, the man had already caught up with them. Seeing the man about to kill her brother, she desperately pleaded for his life. But Yingying never expected the man would force her to sleep with him in the carriage to save her brother's life. She had no choice but to endure the humiliation. But even though she did everything he asked, he still had no intention of sparing her brother. Watching her only family about to be taken from her, she ultimately chose to protect her brother and blocked the sword thrust at him. Yet Yingying never imagined, after finding relief in death, that when she was ready to reincarnate, the ferryman explained she had not truly died. Even after her death, the man still would not let her go. He refused to allow her burial and fed her corpse medicine daily to preserve it. He even vowed he would never release her in this lifetime. Yingying understood that as long as the man lived, she could never enter the cycle of reincarnation, and her soul would never find peace. So she swore to reject reincarnation and return to the mortal world, vowing to make the man pay dearly. Then, as time reversed, she was truly reborn. Looking at the familiar room, and the maidservant who was still alive, Yingying instantly burst into tears of joy. She knew she had really come back from the dead. Finally, they met again. Yingying was so afraid she barely dared to breathe, until the man walked right past her. She realized in this life they did not know each other, but watching him walk away, she knew she had to get her revenge. She followed the man to an arena. At a critical moment, the man saved her, but she discovered that the man who was once emperor was now a slave in the arena. She did not know why, but she still would not pass up this chance to kill him. So she kept placing bets at the arena, sending countless challengers after him, until he was beaten down and could not stand. Yet when she was about to have him killed, she stopped the match at the last moment. She did not want him to die so easily, so she bought him as her slave, to avenge the humiliation from her past life. Yingying put an iron chain around his neck, and dragged him behind her carriage through the streets. After returning to her mansion, she made him sleep on the floor outside her door, to let him taste what it was like to kneel in the freezing snow. But what she never expected was that in this life the man was no ordinary person either. That night he killed those who stood in his way, and burned the entire mansion to the ground. The reason he was in the arena was to hide his true identity, while secretly investigating the crown prince's forces. Being bought as a slave by Yingying actually helped him maintain his cover perfectly, and now he was planning to make her his wife. What do you think was the biggest mistake the female lead made?